Hi, friends. Welcome to math. I want to read something really quickly. I know we've been going through a lot of different concepts in math. We're expanding our thinking because now we added a room to Daddy Digits house, and we're talking about the thousands. We've been regrouping, we've been writing numbers in expanded and standard form. We've been doing a lot in math. And so I want to encourage you with just a Bible verse really quickly that talks about wisdom, okay? You find this Bible verse, Proverbs chapter 2, verses 6 through 10. And then I have one more right after that that you find in First Kings, okay? But I'm going to read in Proverbs really quick. For the Lord grants wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He grants a treasure of common sense to the honest. He is a shield to those who walk with integrity. He guards the paths of the just and protects those who are faithful to him. Then you will understand what is right, just, and fair, and you will find the right way to go. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will fill you with joy. What is that verse talking about? It talks about wisdom, it talks about filling you with joy, right? I want to tell you guys something. Wisdom and understanding is something that comes from God. Solomon, well, the book of Proverbs was written by King Solomon, and King Solomon was known as a very wise man, but he was wise because God gave him wisdom. He prayed about it, he asked for it, and God gave it to him. Let's read really quickly First Kings. Give me a second. First Kings chapter 4, verse 29 to 34. 29, almost there, to 34. God gave Solomon very great wisdom and understanding, and knowledge as vast as the sands of the seashore. In fact, his wisdom exceeded that all of the wise men of the East and the wise men of Egypt. So he was very, very wise. He was wiser than anyone else, including Ethan the Ezrahite and the sons of Mahol, Heman, Calcol, and Darda. His fame spread throughout all the surrounding nations. He composed some 3,000 proverbs and wrote 1,005 songs. Wow, that's a lot. He could speak with authority about all kinds of plants, from the great cedar of Lebanon to the tiny hyssop that grows from cracks in a wall. He could also speak about animals, birds, small creatures, and fish. And kings from every nation sent their ambassadors to listen to the wisdom of Solomon. God values wisdom because wisdom is from God, it's of God. I want you to know that as we're learning challenging things, as we're learning new things, there's new concepts. Sometimes it's a little difficult to understand at first, but then we work at it, we practice, and we can continue understanding. But I want you to know that wisdom from God wasn't just for Solomon. It's not just for people who were in the Bible. We can pray and ask God for his wisdom. So I want to encourage you and remind you that even though things can get challenging with our schoolwork, and even though the math can sometimes be really hard, we can pray at any moment, friends, in any situation, to ask God for his wisdom, and he will grant it to you. All right? So that encourages me, because sometimes, even when I'm preparing my lessons, I think, okay, how am I going to make this creative? How am I going to make this? How am I going to use words that help my students understand what I'm trying to say? But I can pray also as a teacher, as a mom, for God to give me wisdom to be able to reach you guys and teach you guys in a way that you guys can understand, because that's important too, friends. If I'm speaking a different language, if I'm teaching you in French, could you even understand what I'm telling you? Probably not, right? I kind of have to learn to speak your language, kind of have to learn to speak in a way that first graders can understand, so that I can do my job in a good way, right? Effectively. Otherwise, there's no point. If I'm speaking French and you don't understand French, it's really not a good way for you. It's not going to be the best way for you to learn, right? So we have to do what works, and we have to do what's best. And sometimes we need God's wisdom for that. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to jump right into our math paper for today. Here we go. Let's see. Today's math paper is talking about adding three-digit numbers. So you should have your paper. It's page 299 and 300. And section 10.6, adding three-digit numbers. I want you to remember something right before we jump right in. And there are rooms in Daddy Digit's house, right? Yes, we talk about it all the time. So I'm going to kind of draw this as Daddy Digit's room here, even though it's kind of blocking those birdies. All right, and I want you to look at the birds. Well, first let's read what's going on here. Wyatt and Lan tried to count the birds at the beach. Wyatt counted 215 sandpipers. Lan counted 143 terns. How many birds were counted in all? They're showing you 215, and that's represented by the base 10 blocks. You see that? There's 200s, 110, and 5 ones. Now 143 terns, they're showing it to you and they're representing it with the base 10 blocks here. 100, 4 10s, and 3 ones. Now they're going to add those numbers together and we're going to get an even bigger number, because remember, when you're adding two numbers, your number in the answer, the sum, is going to be a much bigger number than the two put together. Okay, let's see, we're going to first add the ones. So let's count those ones together. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 5 plus 3 ones is 8 ones. So now in Daddy Digit's room of the ones, there is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. Now we had 1 10, and then we added 4 10s to that. 1 plus 4 is 5. You see that here in the tens room. And they had 200s, and then they added one more 100. 2 plus 1 is 3. So now our answer is 358 birds in all. Okay, remember, when you say in all, that means it's an answer. It's the sum of an addition problem, okay? Let's scroll on down and start with number 1. Now, I want to remind you of something. Every digit that's in the rooms has to stay lined up, okay? So the 1 is under the other one, right? The two numbers in the ones room, they're kind of stacked right upon each other. And the tens room, and do you see how neat this looks? This is how your paper should look when it's your turn to write the numbers, okay? But luckily for right now, they're going to let you practice, and they're going to write them in the rooms for you, nice and neat, so it's not confusing, and they're stacked up underneath each other, and they're lined up perfectly there, okay? So in the ones room, let's add them together. 5 plus 3 more. Well, remember, we're going to add the small number, so I'll hold my fingers up to the small number, and I'll start counting from the big number. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 4 plus 1 more. What's the next number after 4? 5. And 1. Oh, well, there's no number under 1, but we know that it's kind of an imaginary 0, right? So 1 plus 0 is 1. Good job, friends. I get the feeling this is going to be really easy peasy for you, but we're going to keep working together, okay? All right, friends. 5 plus 3 more. That's just like 3 plus 5. That's 8. 4 plus 2 more. 4, 5, 6. And 6 plus 1 more. 7. 768. Good job. 2 plus 3. 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. Ion, what's 4 plus 3 more? Good job, 7. All right, Alexander, help me with the last one. What's 5 plus 1? Oh, whoops. What's 4 plus 1? I think I was trying to give you an answer. Yes, 5. And 4 plus 5, or we could say 5 plus 4 more. Did you say 9, Michael? Good job. Mia, what is 3 plus 2? 5. What's my answer, Skylar? 595. Good job. Let's go ahead and flip our paper to the back. I think we did that in like record time. That was really quick. Good job, friends. Number 5. Cynthia, go ahead and do number 5 with me. What is 4 plus 1? 3 plus 1? And 5 plus 2? Good job. All right, Macy, help me with number 6. 4 plus 0 is 4. 3 plus 2 more, 5. And 7 plus 2 more, 7, 8, 9. 954. Friends, did you imagine we'd be adding 3-digit numbers? This is crazy. This is the biggest numbers that we've seen so far in first grade. This is a big deal, friends, and you're doing a fantastic job. Let's keep going. Daksh, what is 5 plus 2 more? 7. Daksh, what is 3 plus 1 more? The next number, 4. And 1 plus 0? Just drop it down. 147. Good job, friend. Let me see. Timmy, let's do number 8 together. 5 plus 1? 6. 6 plus 2 more? 8. 3 plus 1 more? 4. Good job, Tim. 486. All right. Let me see. Who haven't I called on? Nico. Neeks, what is 6 plus 1? 7. What is 7 plus 1? 8. And 3 plus 0? 3. Very good. Hannah, number 10. 7 plus 2 more. 7, 8, 9. Nice. 2 plus 1 more. That's easy peasy. It's just the next number, 3. And 6, just drop down to 6, because 6 plus 0 is 6. Good job. David, help me with number 11, bud. 5 plus 4 more. Well, if you think about it, that's a double plus 1 or a double minus 1. So we can say 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 1 more, 9. Good job, Dave. 7 plus 2 more, 9. And 6 plus 1, 7. Wow, you guys are so good. Lydia, help me with the next one. 7 plus 0 is 7. 3 plus 0 is 3. 5 plus 2 more, 7. Good job, friend. All right, let me see. Who else am I missing? Rayon. Help me with the last, not the last one, but number 13. 9 plus 0, 9. 1 plus 1, 2. 8 plus 1, 9. Good job. And number 14. 8 plus 1, 9. 7 plus 2, 9. Good job. 5 plus 4, 9. Oh my goodness. That one's crazy. That is the biggest number in every single room. If we added 1 to any of those rooms, it would be, we'd move over to the thousands. That's so crazy. All right, let's go down to the bottom. Who haven't I called on yet? Let's see. Mickey. 8 plus 1 more, Mick. That's the next number, 9. 3 plus 1 more. Come on, did I give you the easy one? 3 plus 1 more, 4. And 4 plus 2 more, 6. What's the answer? 649. We also have to practice first grade saying the numbers, okay? Because sometimes it can be like a tongue twister if we're saying a number that's really big that we're not used to saying. Plus, it's good practice for our brain, okay? So let's say that number together, number 15. Ready? 649. And we're trying to take away saying and. So we don't want to say 649. We want to say 649, okay? Good job, friends. Let me see, who haven't I called on? Skylar. Let's do the last one together. 4 plus 3 more. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. 6 plus 1 more, 7. And 5 plus 2 more, 7. Whoa, another crazy one. 777. All right, I'm going to scroll down. And we're going to do some word problems. I know for some of you, these are the best thing ever. You guys love word problems. All right, remember, what do we need to know in a word problem? You circle the important information and underline what they're asking us to do, right? Good job. First grade, you guys are on it. There were 328 terns living on the coast. There's that weird bird name again. Then 61 young terns were hatched. How many terns are there now? Well, we started with 328. Then 61 more were born. How many terns are there now? Now, this is where you have to write the math problem. And look, if you look at the problem there, they already gave it to you. It's addition. Okay, so 328. Remember to stack your numbers. right underneath each other, okay? 61. We're going to use the numbers that they give us because that's all they gave us. Let's see. 8 plus 1 more is 9. 6 plus 2 more, 6, 7, 8. And you drop to 3. 389 turns. Very good. And they wrote that for you. You don't even have to write it. You're so lucky. They wrote it right here for you. All right, let's read the next one together. Ready? Begin. Mrs. Stoll baked 124 brownies. Oh, Josiah, you think we should circle that information? Yes, you're right. She baked 110 cupcakes. Mia, you think we should not underline, circle that? That's important information. Good job. How many desserts did she bake in all? Liddy, what do you think? Do I need to underline anything? Yes, I do. In all, remember, all together, in all, some, in total, all of those mean addition. And they already wrote that for you with the line. So now we're going to take the information they give us, 124 and 110, and we're going to use that information to add. You ready? Let's do it. 4 plus 0, 4. 2 plus 1 more is 3. And 1 plus 1 is 2. 234 desserts. Let me just check it with my book. Yes, good job, guys. Let's go ahead and scroll down. All right, this is a little bit of a review, and this is stuff that we've been doing we did last week, okay? So look at the numbers that they have there in expanded form. Remember, Slinky Dog? Expanded. That means the number is expanded, and we want to write it in standard form, which is the normal or regular way we're used to seeing or writing numbers, okay? Can you handle that? Of course you can. You're in first grade. 3,000 plus 10 plus 6. Well, there's no hundreds, so if there's no number for the hundreds room, what do we write? Yeah, it stays a 0. And 10, there's 1 10, so 1 goes in the tens room. And how many ones? 6. 3,016. Very good. Let's do number 20. How many thousands? 8,000. How many hundreds? 100. How many tens? 5 tens. And how many ones? None. There's no ones there, so we'll just write a 0. 8,150. Let's do the next one. 2,408. Well, can't you hear it as I'm saying it? 2,408. Well, now let's write it. 2,000. How many hundreds? 400. And there's no 10, so we're going to write a 0, and there's 8 ones. 2,408. Let's read the last one. 9,802. 9,000. 8 in the hundreds, no tens, and a 2 in the ones. Good job, friends. Okay, remember, when we're comparing numbers in the thousands to see which one's greater than less than, we must first look at the number, compare the number in the thousands, then we move on and so forth to every room. Just like when we're comparing words to put them in alphabetical order, right? You go on from the first letter all the way to the next, to the next, to the next, until you see a difference. Okay, sometimes they're trying to trick you and they'll make a lot of the numbers in the same room, the same number, but one has got to be different. Otherwise, it's equal to. And since right here in the directions, it doesn't give us the option of equal to, none of these should be the same, okay? Can you handle that? Of course you can. All right, let's compare the first one. 6 and 5. Well, right off the bat, one has 6,000, one has 5,000. So I already know 6,000 is greater than 5,000. So remember that the alligator loves to chomp the bigger number, so it's greater than. 6,324 is greater than 5,899. I know you knew that. Go ahead and draw your symbol, and let's move on to the bottom. 3,216. 3,261. This is what I'm talking about. They try to trick you by using the same numbers. They just kind of mixed them around into different rooms. So let's compare. 3,000, 3,000. Nope, that's the same. So let's move on to the next room. 200, 200. That's exactly the same. Let's move on over to the next room. There's 110 and 6 tens. Would you rather have $10 or $60? probably $60, right? So you're going to put the alligator's mouth pointing towards the bigger number, which is 3,261, okay? Go ahead and copy my symbol there. Let's do the next one together. 4,000 and 4,000, same. 300, 300, same. Uh-oh, here's the difference. 200, not 200, 20 or 80, which one's bigger? 80, very good. So our alligator mouth is going to chomp the bigger number, the number that is greater. All right, and the last one, 3,000, 3,000. All right, let's keep going. 2,000 and 2,000. Let's keep going. 60 and 60. All right, they're still the same. Let's look at let's compare the last number, 4 and 8. What's greater, the number 4 or 8? Yes, the number 8. So 3,264 is less than 3,268. Wow, friends, that was lots of talking. And you did lots of writing. You did fantastic. I'm so proud of you. All right, we just started our Monday and we just finished with our math on Monday. You guys have done amazing and I'm still so, so proud of you and I still miss you like crazy. But friends, you know what? Things are looking good and it's great to have a schedule where I can see you now. And we're going to be doing our reading twice a week. So I for sure can see you twice a week. And then we have our class Zoom party on Fridays now, every single Friday. So I'm very excited about our schedule to be able to see each other several times throughout the week. And I know it's not the same as being in the class and seeing each other every day how we used to, but you know what? As long as I get to see your smiling faces, it really, really brings a big smile to my face. And it just makes me so happy throughout my day. So I'm so fortunate and grateful that I'm able to use technology in the way to be able to see you guys basically like several times a week. But I was going to say every day, not necessarily every day, but almost every day. And that makes me very happy. I miss you so much and I'm so proud of you. We will talk again soon. Bye.